ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Namaste, dear friends. Today I will talk about the most important topic, that is Atma Gyan. We are in delusion and ignorance, forget about the Atma, and all the 24 hours we are under the influence of mind and ego. Our main problem is we believe in other people and do not believe in our own self. We give undue importance to the body, mind, ego, intellect. But we should know that our all the parts of our body receive energy and power from the soul. Our mind receives power from the soul. Ego receives power from the soul. Our complete life is controlled by our soul, and unfortunately, we are completely unaware of our Atma. What can be the biggest mistake in our life other than forgetting our essence, our consciousness, our Atma, our real self? Dear friends, people talk about controlling the mind. My dear friends, there is no such entity like mind which in reality exists. Mind is a non-existent entity. Please try to understand this basic ignorance, what we are suffering from. Mind is nothing but the bundle of thoughts arising from our Atma. The origin of thoughts is, the source of thoughts is our Atma. And these thoughts constitute the mind. So, the source of mind is our Atma. Another modification of this mind is ego. Ego is nothing but the basic thought, I am this body. This identification of the self with the body is called ego. The complete functioning of our day-to-day life is through the mind and ego. Remember, I am this body. This is known as the I thought, the first thought. Rest all the other thoughts are evolved round this I thought. This I is false. This I is ego. Remember, I am this body is called basic thought, is called I thought. And this I is also false. This I is ego. Remember. So, this I thought is the first thought, and other thoughts they are arising after this basic thought. This is a very subtle thought. We are not knowing, we are not aware of the existence of this basic thought, but this is the original thought. Rest all other thoughts, they arise after this basic thought. So, mind and ego are receiving the power for their functioning from the soul. Sometimes we are happy. Remember, this happiness is the nature of our Atma. When we are happy, this happiness is reflected from the Atma. Remember. So, happiness is the basic nature of our Atma. Because the basic nature of Atma is bliss and peace, Anand and Shanti. Our Atma is bliss and peace. Sat, Chit, Anand. Sat means existence, Chit means consciousness, Anand means bliss. So, the basic nature of our Atma is Sat, Chit, Anand. That means peace and bliss are the basic nature of our Atma. We are completely ignorant of this relation of mind and ego with our Atma. Then the biggest problem with us is not having any faith in our own self. Self means remember this Atma. First thing, we do not know anything about the Atma. If by mistake we have heard about the Atma, we don't know anything, we don't have any faith, we don't have any belief on the Atma. So, due to the lack of this belief, our life becomes miserable. Remember, dear friends, mind is non-existent. Remember this, remember this, remember this. Ego is a modification of this mind, and ego is also non-existent. People, they have written books on superconscious mind, subconscious mind, power of the subconscious mind. See, this is complete ignorance. This is a Gyan. My dear friends, how the conception of conscious mind, subconscious mind, unconscious mind, and superconscious mind is available in the books. Dear friend, remember our intellect is another modification of this mind. So, ego controls the mind, intellect controls the mind, mind, ego, and intellect. The source is our Atma. Remember, source of every entity in our body is Atma. That is the Chetan entity. That is the living entity. So, now we have to learn the basic thing. That basic thing is have complete faith in your Atma. Have faith in your Atma. Have Shraddha in your Atma. Dear friends, our Atma and Paramatma, soul and God, are not separate. This is the most important point. People seek happiness outside. People seek God outside. People, they hope that some other person will help me in my self-realization, in my liberation. This is completely out of ignorance, my dear friends. No physical body, no physical group can help you in self-realization. This is the most important point. Our self, our Atma is the Guru. Remember, our Atma is the Guru. Maharshi Ramana did not have any Guru. Ramakrishna Paramhansa started without a guru. In between, he had some Totapuri and Brahmani, etc. But that is all for that was a very just a temporary phase of his life. Otherwise, these are the two self-realized soul in the last century, and they did not have in reality any guru. Maharshi Ramana had told in very clear terms that no physical guru is needed. Remember this. Even Swami Ram Sukhdas ji, whom I have seen with my own eyes, he used to say, no physical guru can help you in self realization and liberation. Swami Ram Sukhdas was the self realized soul like Maharshi Ramana and Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Swami Vivekananda, if you study his philosophy in depth, you will realize that God and Atma are not separate. Another great incarnate of God, Satya Sai Baba. His each and every word and sentence was like a Veda Vakya. Whenever he used to give any discourse, his discourse was like the message directly from Vedas, Darshanas, Upanishads. Unfortunately, what I have observed, people they know Satya Sai Baba due to his miracles, due to his interviews. People never try to go into the depth of philosophy of Satya Sai Baba. Whenever I hear the experiences of the devotees, they always talk about I had a dream, I had an interview, Baba have shown miracles. Oh my dear friends, Satya Sai Baba was a living Veda. He was Upanishads, all our Shastras. Baba used to give discourses completely on our ancient scriptures. But people I have seen, they never talk about the real philosophy of Satya Sai Baba, but they always talk about Vibhuti is given Ring is given, necklace is given, this miracle, that miracle. Oh, my dear friend, Satya Sai Baba was a living Veda, living Upanishad, the living Darshanas, the living Puranas. Why don't you go and study his discourses? Listen his discourses. They are available in the completely online. Please know the truth. Spend time and people may just listen but never put efforts. That is the man problem. That is the man problem. See, whatever we think we become, what we think we are. This is the basic principle. We talk about the problems, discuss the solution, but continuously we think about the problem. What we want? We want the eradication of the problem, but what we think? We think about the problem. So, instead of decreasing the problem, reducing the problem, making the problem weak, we are increasing the intensity of the problem. Because the basic rule says what we think we are. So, instead of thinking, discussing about the solution, continuously we think, we talk about the problem. So we are suffering. See, this is the problem. We are suffering because we are always thinking about the problem. Then people they say, I pray to God, but God never replies back. My dear friends, first understand what is prayer and how you should pray. Remember, when we pray to God for anything materialistic, you will never get the reply. Whenever you pray to God, please say, Oh God, help all the human beings on this earth. Always ask benefit for each and every human being living on this earth. God will be happy and definitely will reply your query. Never ask God for your own selfish motivated things. God will never respond. God will respond when you are asking the favor for the whole humanity. Remember, we must understand our fault lines. Pray, pray for each and every body, for a common cause. O God, give happiness to everybody in this world. O God, make everybody body on the earth happy. Like that, your prayer should for all because you will be included in all. So that will be a double advantage. First thing, God will be happy, God will respond, and that benefit will accrue to you also because in the whole mankind you are also one entity. So these, we have to understand simple things. Then people always think some guru will help me. They expect somebody to appear and help. Nothing is going like that. Just decide with determination that I want to raise the level of my spirituality. First, have the destination. Your destination is self realization. Then comes determination. That desire of self realization must be with earnestness, with determination, full determination, firm determination. Then comes the Shraddha, faith. Faith in whom? Faith in your Atma. Now you have decided your goal, that is self realization. Then you have the firm determination, दृढ़ इरादा. आपका इरादा, आपका एम क्या है? Self realization. Then it is further helped by the determination. Then comes the faith, Shraddha, Shraddha in yourself. Then comes the have the belief that my Atma is my real Guru, my real self is my real Guru. Then further have the faith, my Atma is the God Himself. God and Atma are not different. This is the right thinking, this is the right path you have to tread. Do not expect somebody will come and help you, my dear friend. Nothing of that sort is going to happen. Nothing. You are having your Atma as your Guru. Have firm affirmations. I am not this body. Myself and my body are different. We always say, this is my hand, this is my leg, this is my head, this is my nose. That means nose is not you, head is not you, hands and legs are not you. You are different from these body parts. When you are different from body parts, that means you are separate from the body as a whole. That means Your body and yourself are completely different entities. The basic thing. That means you are not this body, you are not this mind, you are not this ego. After this understanding, now have full faith that I can tread on the path for self realization without anybody's help. And that is, you have chosen the right path. Never have any hope that some physical guru will come and help me. No, your Atma is your real guru. My dear friend, when you start thinking on these lines, your mind and ego will become weak day by day, day by day. In the initial stages, there will be some problems. When you sit for meditation and contemplation, you will face problems. I tell you what type of problems. You might have seen during rainfall, after the rainfall, many weeds come out on the earth surface because the seeds of these weeds were buried underneath the ground, and after the rainfall these seeds they germinate due to water seep through the soil. In the same way, dear friends, our chit is having vasanas. They are subtle impressions accumulated in our chitta. We call that subconscious mind. That subconscious mind, this is our chitta. So these vasanas are the cause of arising of thoughts from the soul. So these vasanas will oppose our any action going towards the divinity. These vasanas, they will become very angry whenever we sit for meditation and contemplation. Very painful thoughts will start arising, and people who are weak, who are not well determined, who do not have faith in their own self, they are frustrated very quickly and they stop meditation and all. Dear friends, when you sit for meditation and many thoughts are arising out one after the another in succession, please do not afraid of these thoughts. That is the sign of the progress in your spiritual sadhana. More or more negative thoughts with negative energy when they are on the surface of your this chitta. That means they are going out. Remember this. Negative, because these vasanas are empowered by the negative energy. So more thoughts, painful thoughts are there. They are going out and it is good, it is not bad. Please do not be afraid of these thoughts. This is the basic process. This is quite natural and normal. For few days you may have some lights will be visible, some this astral bodies will be limited. Do not struck yourself. This is the basic normal thing. So more and more and more thoughts are arising. It is a good sign that these vasanas they are going out one by one, one by one. So have faith. Faith in what? Faith in your Atma. And think that these thoughts, this mind, this ego, all these vasanas, they are getting power from where? They are all getting power from the soul, from the Atma. Very simple. This is the, Brahma Gyan, this is the Atam Gyan. If you read any, you study any Upanishad with the depth of your the sadbuddhi we call wisdom. Whenever you study something, do not depend upon the intellect. Please take the help of wisdom. That is vivek, discrimination. What is real? What is unreal? That is the separate unreal from the separate real from the unreal with the help of discriminating power, vivek. When the intellect is combined with this discriminating power, that part of our intellect is known as wisdom, viveka, vivek. Sadbuddhi we call in Sanskrit, sadbuddhi. So always take the help of sadbuddhi. Awaken your vivek power. Awaken self-awareness. Make your self-attention and self-awareness very powerful. And another thing, please do not believe, do not study books like, control your mind. What a funny thing. Dear friends, I tell you, our soul, our Atma is Ajanma. That means it is never born. Azar, it is same, changeless. It never is a child, never is a young, or never is a old. That means it is changeless. and Amar. Other Amar Ajanma. Never born, no birth, no change, and immortal, never dies. So then our Atma is Sarvavyapi, means omnipotent. Our Atma is Sarv Shaktishali, that means omnipotent. Then our Atma is Sarvajya, omniscient, knows each and everything. Remember this, have faith in yourself. Your Atma is omniscient. So, the Atma is omnipotent. Have this, learn this, think this, have faith in this, believe. And the thoughts are arising from where? From the Atma. That means the thoughts are powerful, no doubt. Why? Because they are arising from a very, very powerful source, that is Atma. My dear friends, that means your mind is originating from the Atma. The Atma is omnipotent, and the thoughts arising from the Atma, they are also definitely omnipotent. When, when these thoughts are going outwardly, they are with negative energy, away from the divinity. Remember, away from the divinity. Now, do not think of controlling. What you have to do? Change the direction of your mind and thoughts inwardly. So, the basic thing is, do not say control the mind, but change the direction of mind. That is the basic thing. Then use your positive energy, positive affirmations, and sit for contemplation, affirmations, visualization. That start like this: I am not this body. I am not the mind. I am not the ego. I am omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent Atma. My mind is non existent. Mind is having its source in the spiritual heart where our soul is residing. So, say like this: I am going deeper, 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 and deeper towards the inner core of my spiritual heart. You will feel that your mind and ego, they are weakened, they become weak. So visualize for some time that I am here. This I is your ego. Remember this. Very simple. There is no secret, Baba. I am means the ego says, your mind says, because ego is the modification of your mind. Do not separate mind and ego, just modification. Different features of mind, this different aspects of mind. So, means attributes of mind you can say. So, say like this. I am going inwardly to the spiritual heart and entering the spiritual heart and merging with the soul, merging with the source, merging with my source. Another term I used here is spiritual heart. Dear friends, see, for understanding these terms are there in the real sense, there is no spiritual heart. Maharshi Ramana used to say, for making people understand, we are using the term spiritual heart. Otherwise, spiritual heart and Atma, same thing. Atma and Paramatma, same thing. So you say spiritual heart, you say Atma, you say Brahma. So there is no difference. Why I say like that? See, Atma, Brahma is infinite, omnipotent, and Brahm and Atma are same. That means Atma is omnipotent. Atma is Sarvavyapak, Sarvashaktisali. So we say Atma resides in the spiritual heart. Atma is what? Omnipotent, omnipresent, and our body is what? Finite, limited. So spiritual heart, when we say that is a very small entity in our body, how infinite can be occupied in the finite? So, dear friends, these are the basic things. We just hear discourses and all, and we are completely, become, confused. No confusion. Just follow the pattern simple. As God is omnipotent, as Atma is omnipotent, and Atma and Paramatma residing in the spiritual heart means that is also infinite. So it is not confined and located in the body, but for making human mind to understand this, you know, term is used spiritual heart. Otherwise, the spiritual heart and Atma and God are the same, and they are in the spread in the whole universe. See, take the example water. Water in an ocean, water in a well, water in your glass, water in your cup. Water is made up of two atoms of hydrogen, one atom of oxygen, and these three atoms are combined chemically give this shape to one molecule of water. So, my dear friends, Atma is the part of Paramatma. When this water, in the river water mixes with the ocean water, that river loses its identity and it becomes the ocean. Same way, when self-realization is successful, that means your Atma merges with Brahma, merges with God. Basic things. So this is, very simple. Dear friends, do not think you are weak. Do not think you do not know anything. My dear friend, when you start having faith, real faith, true faith in your soul, your mind, your ego, your all this intellect and all will be completely weakened, and you will have the flesh. Day by day, you will have the real knowledge. By knowledge, the word knowledge, what is knowledge? We think, I know biology, I know chemistry, I know physics, I know this commerce, I know psychology. My dear friend, this is not knowledge. This is just, some sort of this knowledge is the, called secular knowledge. This knowledge is just the, connected with the body. The real knowledge is knowing about soul, God, and their relation. When you know, when you realize yourself, when you realize your Atma, when you realize the God, that is the knowledge. Gyan. Gyan is knowing thyself. Know thyself, that is knowledge. Knowing these subjects and all, my dear friend, these are when our body dies, this knowledge is gone. But the spiritual knowledge remains forever with your soul. When a person dies, the subtle body with your mind, with your chitta, with your ego, that is your subtle astral body. eh? All the five organs of action, organs of sense organs and all. So these are constitute mind, ego, buddhi and all. These are constituting the astral body. When a person is self-realized, that means your astral body gone, your mind gone, ego gone, vasanas gone. That is the state of self-realization. So, you are the powerful entity. You are the powerful entity. Have this faith in you, my dear. See, the word faith is nothing but the faith in your own self, faith in your Atma. Have faith in you, that means you have faith in God. So be faithful to your own self. You are the greatest guru. Your Atma is your guru. Your Atma is your God. Do not seek happiness outside. This happiness is the attribute of your Atma. Whenever you are happy, that means this reflection is from your Atma. Dear friends, as you think you become. There are various nadis in our body. There are endocrine glands in our body. Whenever we are in negative thoughtful state, that time endocrine glands excrete very harmful hormones, negative hormones. And these hormones mix with the blood and spread in the whole body. When you are in positive mindful stage, that time your endocrine glands produce hormones which are very, very useful, and they go to each and every body part in the body. Remember, my dear friends, so positive energy is always available when we have positive affirmations, positive thoughts. As we think, we are. That is the basic rule. So, when you are in meditation, what you are doing? You are trying to reach the divinity, Atma and Paramatma. These are our source of divinity. Anything connected with Atma and Paramatma is known as divinity. So, whenever you are sitting in meditation and you are contemplating and you are having positive affirmations, see, affirmation, you know the word affirmation. Affirmation say, I am Brahma. So, this is a affirmation. I am a thief. This is a negative affirmation. I am the true follower of divine power. This is the positive affirmation. Shivoham, मैं शिव हूँ. I am Shiv. This is positive affirmation. See, these are, called Mahavakyas. I have given videos on these. So, always sit for meditation and convince your mind. Don't control. You can't control. If somebody says control, uh, I'm really afraid that person is nowhere on the right track. How can you control something coming out from omnipotent source? Huh? Atma is what? Omnipotent. And mind is what? It is coming from where? It is coming from Atma. Atma is omnipotent. Mind is also omnipotent. Is it? So how can you control it, my dear friend? You have to convince this mind. See, every act of destruction and construction is done by mind. Remember this, because Atma is just a witness. Atma is just a witness. So, whether we want to go to hell or we want to go to heaven, The medium is mind. Remember this. With the help of this mind, we can go to the path of destruction. With the help of the same mind, we can go towards divinity. That means, see, remember, when this mind is going outward, that means it is going to the world. This is going to mix with the worldly affairs, and its nature is negative. It is completely having negative energy. Now, contemplate with affirmations, convince your mind, oh my mind, instead of going to outwardly, please go to your source. And when mind is going towards the spiritual heart, the spiritual heart is just for reference. There is no spiritual heart. So please go to your source. Your source is Atma. That time this mind is with positive energy, and when the mind is convinced and with affirmations its direction is changed, that time it becomes pure and pure and pure. When it is completely refined and purified, this mind is nothing but Atma. It mixes with its source and it becomes pure like Atma. So, people, they think of what is this, self-realization. This self-realization is nothing, just your mind and ego, they are destroyed. Not physically, just by changing their direction. Instead of letting them to go outwardly, please direct them to go to the source, that is the Atma, mixing with the Atma. This mind and ego and all vasanas, they are merged with the Atma, that is nothing but the self-realization. So, my dear friends, this is nothing but the Brahma Gyan of our Upanishads, Vedas, and ancient sages. Very simple. There is no secrecy. I don't know how people they have made it so confusion. Very simple. Enjoy. You can enjoy. Have faith in you. Don't go for any guru and all this. Nothing. These are all, there is no truth in that. Your Atma itself is your Guru, God is Guru, your Atma is Guru. So, my dear friend, thank you for listening my simple talk, simple, frank, but true talk. So, please share this video with your friends and like, comment, and please subscribe my channel. Thank you, my dear friends. I will be coming with such videos every now and then. My aim is that my dear friends should know the Brahma Gyan, Brahma Vidya of our ancient sages. Thank you for your patience. Namaste.